Tolosani. Ke kgotsotsana ya barakile, coming to you with an energy focused for the week. I've done a 3-card spread, and the first card is basically going to give us the energy of the day. The first card we have is the Four of Pentacles. Pentacles are a suit of all things worldly and material. They're not just about your financial matters, but include everything that you can touch and feel. Things like your stability, your security, nature, health, and overall prosperity. We see a man holding on to his hard-earned money. He's balancing the one coin on his head. The other coin is clenched uncomfortably on his hands. The other two he's stepped on. You know, on one hand, we can see that you have successfully managed to accomplish most of your goals, and you have attained significant rewards or wealth, you know, from working hard and all that. That's what we see. And then on the other hand, we see that you're holding on to these gains, and you have a potential of becoming over possessive about them. And yes, you have worked hard to get where you are, but let's not forget why we work. You know, you work so that you can enjoy. One of the other reasons that we work is that you enjoy the new level of life that your fruits that you bear would be bringing you, you know, your hard labor and all that. Guard against becoming a slave of your progress, you know, your gains. Don't let them change your core values, you know. Don't find yourself now not being able to enjoy your life because taking the trip means losing 50k from your profit that, you know, you want to invest to gain. What does 50k give you? I don't know, maybe in a month it gives you £1,000 of interest, or 900 rand. You know, for that 900 rand you would rather not go spend time with family and enjoy a trip away, you know. Guard against not using your gains to enjoy the life that you are presented by, like the gift of life that you have today. Yes, be responsible with your money, but also enjoy your money. It's yours. You work hard for it, you know. The second card is a Two of Wands. Wands are associated with the fire element. They represent passion, inspiration, willpower. Yeah, we can see a man holding on to a wand on his left hand, and he's holding a miniature globe on his other hand. You know, this tells us that there's a spirit of new possibilities that lie ahead. There's a spirit of potential success. You know, the plans that were derived in the new beginning era, which is the ace, which comes before this card on the deck, are basically in progression. This is what this card tells us. Yeah, it basically represents progression, and it tells us that you've set out what you want to achieve, and you've turned an idea into a realistic plan, and now it's time to turn that plan into like fulfillment. You know what I mean? The warning that you need to take from this card is being overly being like overestimating the potential of success that your new venture is presenting you with, being overconfident, being underestimating the level of planning that needs to go with fulfilling the plan from plan to reality, you know. Don't underestimate what needs to be done to get it to the point of success, because that can hamper the actual success. Yes, the energy will allow you to do it, but you must also be responsible for the planning part, the due diligence. Pluses and minuses are your responsibility. The universe can only make things work with you, and if you work with them, that's when they'll be successful. So do not say, yes, it was my new beginnings era, everything I start will be successful. It will be successful provided you follow the plans properly, provided you plan accordingly, provided that the due diligence is done. You know what I mean? That's the warning for the week. Oh, the third card. The third card is a Three of Swords. Swords is the suit of truth, intelligence, logic, and communication. Yeah, it's from the element of air, and as I've said, it relates to logic, truth, and your mental clarity as well, amongst others. Ne? And this card, it symbolizes a lot of, as you can see, there's three swords piercing through the heart. That symbolizes a lot of emotional pain, a lot of heartache, a lot of sorrow, like deep grief, you know, deep, profound grief. It symbolizes that. And how one thing about a sense of loss, a sense of grief, betrayal, disappointment, one thing about what that energy brings is that we don't look at as a reward, is that all those things that cause you that much pain don't just leave you with the pain. You are left with lessons that you can use to get to the next level. You are left with lessons that you can use to avoid future curveballs. You are left with lessons that will be your indicators for next red flags, you know. You are left with the knowing of what the truth was, you know. Yes, betrayal is not nice, but at least now you know where you stand with the person, you know. Disappointment is not nice, but now you know what color the clouds are, basically, you know what I mean. Yes, you've lost, you know, loved ones, maybe, you know, before you were ready, but for the mere fact that it's happened, the universe has provided you with support, you know, to get you through. What this card reminds us of is that you are going to emerge stronger on the other side, you know. The lessons that you have learned are going to be useful. Keep them in your toolbox, you know. Acknowledge and process the pain. That's the best thing that you can do for yourself right now. Acknowledge, forgive yourselves where you think you've made a mistake. Process this pain. You have the strength to basically come out victorious. You are resilient enough. You can get up and pick up the pieces and start again at a better level, in that now you've got tools that you can pull out should you find yourself in a situation that you have just been from. Now you have the understanding of what it really feels like to be at a certain point, so that you can be able to show grace to the next person that you come across going through what you've gone through. Now you have a testimony that you can use going forward to say, God has been great. This is where he's moved me from, you know. Abantu engihamba nabo abadala are wonderful because these are the storms that we've overcame, you know. Everything that happens for a reason, though that reason might not be evident right now, but okay, why did they have to go? Why did they have to pass away? Why did this person have to leave now? We are all not here forever. We are here to do what we need to do and continue on our journey. Yeah, the next level, whether the next level is you coming back as a tree or this next level is you being an ascended master, you know. I don't know, but yeah, we are here to finish our contracts and get to the next ones, you know what I mean. Yeah, just pick yourself up. You've got the strength, you are resilient, and yeah, put the neck just one step forward, one little baby step. Before you know it, you will be back on your normal momentum. It's quite heavy. I don't like this card, but yeah, the reward is that transformation is underway, you know. Even a butterfly, for it to be the way it is, it undergoes a lot of transformation, which is not easy. So this is your process of becoming a butterfly. I hope it resonates with you. I hope the reading resonates with you. I hope you get the answers that you need. I wish you a beautiful, productive week. May everything that's on your to-do list get ticked, even the getting the water in. Enjoy the rest of your week. Yeah, have a lovely one. Thank you.